Ladies and gentlemen, rebels and rockers, you ever notice how the universe has its own way of setting things straight? Like a bass line in your favorite song. It's subtle, but it hits you right in the chest when you least expect it. That's karma. That's the cosmic justice that rolls through life. Not asking permission, not taking names, just delivering what's earned. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. They thought they could play their games, write their rules, mess with people, and walk away like they owned the stage. But guess what? The mic doesn't forget. The crowd doesn't forgive. And karma is the amplifier, blasting their actions back at them louder than a stadium roar. Now let me tell you something. Karma isn't about revenge. It's not about standing in the front row, waiting to see them fall. No, karma is just truth with a drum solo. It's the universe saying, I saw that, and letting the rhythm hit where it hurts. It's not personal, it's balance. Karma is often described as a cosmic force, an intricate web of cause and effect that governs the outcomes of our actions. It doesn't operate on a timetable we can predict, nor does it announce its arrival. Yet when it strikes, it's unmistakable, leaving no room for denial or escape. It's not some mystical abstraction. Karma is life's way of keeping balance. A mirror reflecting the energy we put into the world. Whether it's kindness or cruelty, truth or deception, every choice we make contributes to a cycle that eventually comes full circle. To truly understand karma as a form of cosmic justice, it helps to step back and recognize the interconnected nature of life. Every action has a ripple effect, touching lives and circumstances far beyond what we may initially perceive. A kind word spoken today can inspire someone else to show compassion tomorrow. Conversely, an act of malice, even if it seems inconsequential in the moment, can spark a chain reaction of negativity that circles back in ways we least expect. This interconnectedness is where karma derives its power. It's not punitive, it's restorative. It seeks to correct imbalances, to return what has been given, be it good or bad. Consider the analogy of planting seeds. When you plant kindness, generosity, and understanding, those seeds grow into a harvest of positive outcomes. It may take time, but when they bloom, they enrich not only your life, but also the lives of those around you. On the other hand, planting seeds of deceit, selfishness, or cruelty yields a different kind of harvest. A bitter one that often catches the sower by surprise. This is the essence of karma. A natural law, not governed by whims or favoritism, but by the principle of reciprocity. What makes karma particularly powerful is its subtlety. It doesn't announce itself with fanfare or warning. Instead, it quietly works in the background, accumulating over time until the moment arrives when its effects are felt. This can be unsettling for those who believe they can escape the consequences of their actions. They may operate under the illusion that their wrongdoings are forgotten or unnoticed. But karma doesn't forget. It's like a shadow that follows every step, invisible until the light shifts just right, revealing its presence in stark clarity. This subtle yet powerful nature of karma is what gives it its undeniable impact. Imagine someone who thrives on manipulation and deceit, believing they've outsmarted everyone around them. For a while, it might seem like they've won. They might climb to positions of power, accumulate wealth, or enjoy the temporary satisfaction of their schemes. But karma's patient. It doesn't need to rush because it knows its time will come. When it does, it often strikes in ways that are poetic in their precision, exposing the truth, dismantling the facade, and leaving no doubt about the source of their downfall. The beauty of karma lies in its impartiality. It doesn't discriminate or play favorites. It doesn't care about status, wealth, or influence. It operates on the simple principle that every action generates an equal and opposite reaction. This means that even those who believe they are untouchable, shielded by power, privilege, or cunning, are not immune to its reach. It's a humbling reminder that no one is above accountability, and that life has a way of leveling the playing field. For those who have been wronged, the subtle workings of karma can offer a sense of reassurance. It's a reminder that justice doesn't always need to be sought out or forced. Sometimes it unfolds naturally. There's a certain poetic satisfaction in knowing that the same energy someone used to hurt others will eventually return to them, often magnified. This isn't about celebrating another's misfortune, but about recognizing the fairness inherent in the universe. It's about understanding that actions have consequences, even if they're not immediate or visible. At the same time, karma's impact isn't limited to punishment. It's also a source of reward and growth. Acts of kindness, generosity, and integrity have a way of coming back to those who practice them, often in unexpected and transformative ways. Think of someone who consistently helps others without expecting anything in return. Over time, they may find themselves surrounded by a network of support, love, and goodwill, a reflection of the energy they've put out into the world. This is karma's positive side. A testament to the idea that good deeds never go unnoticed, even if the rewards take time to manifest. Karma's subtleties also teach us valuable lessons about patience and trust. In a world that often demands instant gratification, it can be difficult to accept that not everything happens on our timeline. We might want to see justice served immediately, to witness the downfall of those who've wronged us, or to reap the rewards of our good actions without delay. But karma doesn't operate on our schedules. It works on its own terms, often taking longer than we'd like, but delivering with a precision that leaves no doubt about its fairness. This delay is where many people falter, mistaking the absence of immediate consequences for the absence of consequences altogether. They may believe they've gotten away with their actions, that they've outsmarted the system. But karma is like a slow-burning fuse. It may take time, but when it ignites, its impact is undeniable. This is why it's so important to live with integrity, even when it seems like no one is watching. The universe has a way of keeping track, rewarding those who act with kindness and honesty, and holding accountable those who don't. One of the most profound aspects of karma's subtlety is its ability to teach. When karma strikes, it often brings with it a moment of clarity, a chance to reflect on the actions that led to this point and to learn from them. For those who are open to growth, this can be a transformative experience. It's an opportunity to recognize in this way, karma isn't just a force of justice, it's also a teacher, guiding us toward a greater self-awareness and alignment with our values. For those who experience the brunt of karma's justice, the lessons can be painful but necessary. It's not about punishment for the sake of punishment, but about creating opportunities for growth and redemption. Even in the face of hardship, there's a chance to rise above, to acknowledge past wrongs, and to commit to doing better. This is the ultimate power of karma. Its ability to not only balance the scales, but also to inspire change. The subtle yet powerful impact of karma also extends to the collective level. In societies where injustice, corruption, and inequality prevail, it can be easy to feel disheartened, to believe that those in power will never face the consequences of their actions. But history is filled with examples of karma at work on a grand scale. Empires that rose through exploitation eventually crumbled under the weight of their own greed. Leaders who abused their power eventually faced revolts, uprisings, or exposure. These moments remind us that no system, no matter how entrenched, is immune to the forces of karma. At its core, karma is a call to live authentically and responsibly. It challenges us to consider the long-term consequences of our actions, to think beyond immediate gratification or personal gain. It invites us to contribute positively to the world, knowing that our efforts will not only benefit others, but also come back to us in meaningful ways. By understanding and embracing karma, we can navigate life with a sense of purpose, integrity, and trust in the natural order of things. In the end, karma is both a reminder and a guide. It reminds us that we are accountable for our actions, that the energy we put into the world shapes the reality we experience, and it guides us toward a way of living that is rooted in fairness, compassion, and respect for the interconnectedness of all things. Its subtlety may make it easy to overlook, but its impact is undeniable. Whether through quiet rewards or unmistakable consequences, karma ensures that justice is served, balance is restored, and life's lessons are learned. Karma is often misunderstood as a mechanism of revenge, a tool for delivering payback to those who have wronged others. But in truth, karma operates on a much higher plane. It's not about vengeance or retribution. It's about balance, harmony, and the restoration of natural order. Life is not a courtroom with constant scores to settle. Instead, karma serves as the unseen hand that gently, or sometimes forcefully, ensures that every action aligns with the universal principle of reciprocity. It exists not to punish, but to teach, to guide, and to help individuals find their way toward personal growth. The misconception that karma is purely about getting back at someone often stems from a desire for justice when we've been wronged. It's natural to want to see those who cause harm face consequences, but karma's approach isn't fueled by anger or malice. Its essence is rooted in neutrality. Karma doesn't take sides or act out of spite. It operates as a natural force, much like gravity. When someone throws a stone into a still lake, the ripples created are simply the result of their action. Similarly, karma reflects the choices and energy that individuals project into the world. Those ripples, whether gentle or disruptive, eventually return to their origin. This sense of balance is what makes karma so powerful. It's not about evening the score, but about ensuring that equilibrium is maintained. When someone acts with kindness, compassion, or honesty, the balance of life shifts positively, and the rewards of those actions eventually circle back. Conversely, when someone acts with selfishness, cruelty, or deceit, that imbalance creates consequences that return to their source. The process is not instant, nor is it predictable, but it is inevitable. Karma is a mirror reflecting back what we have put into the world, and its ultimate goal is to restore balance, not to punish or humiliate. This understanding of karma as a balancing force shifts the focus away from external events and redirects it inward. Instead of obsessing over whether others will get what they deserve, karma encourages individuals to focus on their own actions, decisions, and growth. This is where its true power lies, not in delivering justice to others, but in helping us become better versions of ourselves. By recognizing that we are the architects of our own karma, we take responsibility for the energy we emit and the choices we make. This shift in perspective is transformative, allowing us to let go of resentment and instead prioritize personal growth. Focusing on personal growth in the context of karma means understanding that our actions have far-reaching consequences, not just for others, but also for ourselves. Every choice we make, every word we speak, and every thought we entertain contributes to the karma we accumulate. When we act with integrity, we create a foundation of positive energy that supports our growth and well-being. On the other hand, when we act out of fear, anger, or selfishness, we create challenges that eventually return to us as lessons. These lessons, while often uncomfortable, are opportunities for growth and transformation. Personal growth through karma involves self-awareness and accountability. It requires us to examine our actions honestly and to take responsibility for their outcomes. This can be difficult, especially when faced with the consequences of poor choices. However, it is through this process of reflection and accountability that we learn and grow. Instead of blaming others or external circumstances, we recognize our role in shaping our experiences. This empowers us to make better choices moving forward, aligning our actions with our values and aspirations. Another crucial aspect of focusing on personal growth is letting go of the need for revenge. When someone wrongs us, it's tempting to dwell on their actions and wish for their downfall. However, this mindset only serves to keep us trapped in a cycle of negativity. By fixating on what others deserve, we lose sight of our own path and hinder our progress. Karma teaches us that it's not our job to police others or to ensure they face consequences. That's the role of the universe, and it operates on its own timeline. Our role is to focus on our own journey, using the lessons we've learned to grow stronger and wiser. Letting go of revenge is not about condoning harmful behavior or ignoring injustice. It's about prioritizing our own peace and well-being. When we release the need to control how karma unfolds for others, we free ourselves from the burden of anger and resentment. This allows us to redirect our energy toward constructive pursuits, such as healing, learning, and building a better future. In this way, karma becomes a tool for personal liberation, helping us to break free from the emotional weight of past wrongs and focus on what truly matters. Personal growth through karma also involves cultivating a mindset of compassion and understanding. When we recognize that everyone is subject to the same laws of cause and effect, we begin to see others through a lens of empathy rather than judgment. This doesn't mean excusing harmful behavior, but it does mean acknowledging that everyone is on their own journey, learning their own lessons. By approaching others with compassion, we contribute to a cycle of positive energy that benefits not only ourselves, but also the broader community. In practical terms, focusing on personal growth means being intentional about our actions and decisions. It means asking ourselves whether our choices align with our values and whether they contribute to the kind of world we want to create. It means being mindful of the energy we bring into our relationships, our work, and our communities. It also means recognizing that growth is a continuous process, one that requires effort, patience, and a willingness to learn from mistakes. One of the most powerful lessons karma teaches us is that personal growth is not linear. It's not about achieving perfection or avoiding mistakes. It's about learning, evolving, and becoming more aligned with our true selves. Every challenge we face, every setback we encounter is an opportunity to grow stronger and wiser. Karma doesn't demand that we never falter. It simply asks that we learn from our experiences and strive to do better. In this way, it becomes a source of hope and encouragement, reminding us that growth is always possible, no matter where we are on our journey. Focusing on personal growth also involves cultivating gratitude. When we recognize the positive karma we've accumulated through our actions, we develop a deeper appreciation for the blessings in our lives. Gratitude helps us stay grounded and reminds us of the importance of continuing to act with kindness, generosity, and integrity. It also shifts our perspective, allowing us to see challenges not as punishments, but as opportunities for growth and learning. Another essential component of personal growth through karma is forgiveness. Forgiveness is not about condoning harmful behavior or forgetting the past. It's about releasing the emotional hold that resentment and anger have over us. When we forgive, we free ourselves from the negativity that can weigh us down and hinder our growth. This doesn't mean that we have to reconcile with those who've hurt us, but it does mean choosing to let go of the pain and focus on our own healing and happiness. Karma, when understood as a force for balance and personal growth, becomes a guiding principle for living a meaningful and fulfilling life. It encourages us to act with intention, to take responsibility for our choices, and to prioritize our own development over external concerns. By letting go of the need for revenge and focusing on our own journey, we create a life that is aligned with our values and filled with opportunities for growth and transformation. Ultimately, karma reminds us that we are the architects of our own lives. While we can't control how others act or how the universe balances the scales, we can control how we respond and how we choose to grow. By embracing this perspective, we find freedom, peace, and the strength to become the best versions of ourselves. Karma is one of the most profound principles that transcends borders, cultures, and beliefs. It is universal in its application, affecting every individual regardless of who they are or where they come from. Karma doesn't discriminate. It doesn't care about your status, your wealth, or the power you wield. It operates beyond human constructs, remaining untouched by biases, prejudices, or personal narratives. Whether you're a king or a commoner, karma follows the same simple rule. What you give is what you get. Its universality is a testament to the interconnected nature of life, where every action creates ripples that extend far beyond what we can see. In understanding karma, it becomes clear that life is not a series of isolated events, but a web of interconnected moments. Each decision we make contributes to this web, shaping not only our personal experiences, but also the experiences of those around us. It's a reminder that our actions have consequences, often reaching farther than we realize. The kindness we show to a stranger may inspire a chain reaction of compassion that travels far and wide, while acts of selfishness or cruelty can have similarly expansive effects. This interconnectedness is what makes karma universal. It ties all of us together, reminding us that we are part of something much larger than ourselves. Karma's universality also means that no one is exempt from its influence. People often assume that those who seem to thrive on dishonesty, exploitation, or cruelty are somehow above the reach of karma. But this belief underestimates the intricate and often subtle workings of the universe. Just because consequences aren't immediate doesn't mean they won't come. Karma is patient. It doesn't operate on human timelines. Sometimes it takes years or even decades for the effects of a person's actions to come full circle. But when they do, they arrive with a clarity and precision that leaves no doubt about their source. The universality of karma also emphasizes the importance of self-awarenesses. Since no one is exempt from its reach, it becomes crucial to consider the energy we put into the world. Every action, no matter how small, contributes to the larger picture of our lives. Whether we're aware of it or not, we're constantly creating karma through our choices, words, and intentions. This realization is both humbling and empowering. It's humbling because it reminds us of our accountability, and it's empowering because it gives us the ability to shape our own destinies. By acting with integrity, kindness, and compassion, we can create positive karma that enriches our lives and the lives of others. But karma isn't just about individual actions. It's also about the collective energy of communities, societies, and even humanity as a whole. When groups of people come together with shared intentions, whether positive or negative, they create collective karma. This is why movements rooted in love, justice, and equality often result in transformative changes, even in the face of adversity. Conversely, societies that thrive on greed, exploitation, or division often find themselves grappling with the long-term consequences of those choices. Karma, in its universal application, serves as a reminder that we are all connected, and our collective actions have the power to shape the world. This brings us to the idea that life is your song. A unique melody composed of your actions, choices, and the energy you bring into the world. Every moment is a note, every decision a chord, and together they create the soundtrack of your life. Just like a song, your life's melody can be harmonious or discordant, depending on how you choose to live. The beauty of this metaphor lies in its simplicity. It reminds us that we are the composers of our own lives. While external circumstances may influence the rhythm or tempo, the melody is ultimately ours to create. Thinking of life as a song encourages us to approach our actions with intention. Just as a musician carefully selects notes to create a masterpiece, we must be mindful of the energy we put into our daily lives. Every act of kindness, every moment of patience, and every instance of compassion adds a beautiful note to our song. Conversely, every instance of anger, deceit, or selfishness creates discord. The key is to recognize that we have the power to shape our melody, to make adjustments when necessary, and to strive for harmony, even in the face of challenges. Life's song is not meant to be perfect. Every great composition has its highs and lows, its crescendos and its quiet moments. Similarly, our lives are filled with triumphs and setbacks, moments of joy and periods of struggle. What matters is how we navigate these experiences, how we learn and grow from them, and how we incorporate them into our overall melody. Even the most difficult moments can become meaningful parts of our song if we approach them with resilience and a willingness to learn. One of the most beautiful aspects of viewing life as a song is the recognition that it is uniquely yours. No two melodies are the same because no two lives are the same. Your experiences, choices, and perspective are what make your song special. This uniqueness is a celebration of individuality, reminding us that we don't have to compare our lives to others. Instead, we can focus on creating a melody that reflects our own values, passions, and dreams. By doing so, we not only create a life that feels authentic, but also inspire others to do the same. At the same time, recognizing life as a song encourages us to collaborate and connect with others. Just as musicians come together to create symphonies, we have the opportunity to build meaningful relationships that enhance our melodies. When we act with kindness, support, and understanding, we create harmony, not only in our own lives, but also in the lives of those around us. This collective harmony is a reflection of karma's universal nature, a reminder that our actions have the power to uplift and inspire others. It's also worth noting that life's song is constantly evolving. Just as a musician can refine a composition over time, we have the ability to rewrite and reshape our lives. Mistakes and missteps don't define us. They're simply part of the process. What matters is how we choose to move forward, how we learn from our experiences, and how we use them to create a melody that resonates with our true selves. This perspective is liberating because it reminds us that we're not bound by our past. Every moment is an opportunity to add a new note, to shift the direction of our song, and to create something beautiful. Another important aspect of this metaphor is the idea that life's song is not meant to be played in isolation. Just as music is meant to be shared and enjoyed, our lives are enriched by the connections we make with others. When we share our melodies, our experiences, wisdom, and kindness, we create a symphony of collective harmony. This is where karma comes full circle, as the positive energy we contribute to the world is reflected back to us in meaningful and unexpected ways. Life is your song also emphasizes the importance of being present. A great musician doesn't rush through a composition. They savor each note, giving it the attention it deserves. Similarly, living mindfully allows us to fully experience the beauty of each moment. By being present, we can appreciate the simple joys of life, find meaning in our challenges, and create a melody that feels rich and fulfilling. This mindfulness is a powerful tool for shaping our karma, as it helps us act with intention and align our actions with our values. In the end, karma's universal nature and the idea of life as your song are deeply interconnected. Karma reminds us that we are all part of a larger whole, that our actions affect not only ourselves but also the world around us. Life as your song reminds us that we have the power to create something unique, meaningful, and harmonious. Together, these concepts encourage us to live with integrity, to focus on personal growth, and to contribute positively to the world. By embracing these principles, we can create a life that resonates not only with ourselves, but also with the greater symphony of humanity.